Hi everyone, this is a little tutorial for you just to see how to build a virtual bulletin board. So you're gonna start right here just with a blank slate, and then you're gonna wanna make a background on your slide because backgrounds make everything more fun. No one wants to stare at a white wall. You can go ahead and do it from any one of these places. You can take a picture, you can do your URL or whatever, and you can do a Google image search. I have an image right saved right down here for this particularly. So this is my little image. It is a PNG file that I used. Okay, so now when you get there, this is it. So this is my background. And when I'm doing this bulletin board, really what we're looking for is the student work. So this is like a virtual bulletin board so that students can see what's going on and they can see their work being displayed. Parents can see it as well in Google Classroom. So it's basically pretty simple. So you just want to put a background on here. And then I like to add some text to it as well, and whatever fun text you have. So my theme on my bulletin board that I have right now is sliding into 2021, like dot dot dot. All right, so on this one, you guys want to make sure you choose some kind of fun font that the kids are going to like, something that your students might enjoy. I'm a big fan of Learn to Solid because it's free and it's from Google and it's already in the program for us. All right, and I like it to be big enough so I can see it. And then I'm going to go ahead and make sure I shrink my text box because I don't want to keep things big, because if I have anything over here that I need to grab and move, then this guy's going to be in the way. Another thing that you can do with this, with the sliding into, you could do if you click on the format, and then you guys want. And then you have this guy on the side. I like to use a drop shadow on everything because it makes it kind of pop. So drop shadows are like my favorite. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. All right, so now that you have your bulletin board, available right here, you can choose a Bitmoji if you're one of those people like I am. I love my Bitmojis. You just want to make sure that you copy the image and then drop it in just like you would any other kind of image. You can format it, change the size, move it around, whatever's going to work better for you. So I like mine kind of like right there. Now the fun part. This is where you're going to go ahead and you're actually going to get your student work. So I had my students create vision boards for this semester. And what I've done to do this is I create my vision board just like this. And I'm going to screenshot just because it's the easiest thing for me to do. You can always, whatever your work is, you can always take a picture or however you're going to show your student work. But this is my little preference here. And if you're doing this on a Mac, you can, and you have these where you do screenshots, just save it to your clipboard because you really don't want this messing up your whole, desktop or anything like that. I hate a messy desktop. So now that I have that, I'm coming back over here and I'm going to paste it. But I definitely have to resize it because this is where I want to showcase my students' work. So it's going to be really small. They can't see it like this. That's the problem, right? So what you'll want to do is you'll want to come over here and you're going to want to incorporate a new blank slide. And then I paste again. And there's my student work. So then what I'll do is I'll add some text over here. Something like, let's see, created by. All right. All right, so then what I would do in this situation here is I'm going to keep these fonts bigger because I want them to be bigger so that way they stand up. I like 18 is kind of my preference for the top. Actually, I did 24 on that on my other one. 24 is better. All right, so 24 on the top for created by, and then on the bottom, one more time. I like to use a different font for this. So I usually choose ones that are like the handwritten ones, so they kind of look like a signature. And then I'll make these a 36 so that way they stand up. And then what else I like to do is I like to add a little speech bubble at the bottom. So over here in your shapes, you find in the call out section. So I can grab like a little speech bubble. I'm going to create it like this, nice and large. And then I go right here into the middle and I'm going to type in, I always like to make sure that I do this because I want to emphasize that my students are leaving compliments. Whoops. And I'll make that nice and bold, so that way it stands out. And so since this is a speech bubble, I thought it would be cool to add another little Bitmoji here. And since I'm encouraging them, I want to use my Bitmoji. So I grab this guy right here. Oops. And it's going to be huge, but I don't want it to be that big. I want it to be small enough to fit in that little spot below. So I'm going to shrink it all the way down. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. And I'm going to move my speech bubble to be in a decent spot. I'll even drag this guy right over here so that you can see what I'm talking about. But this guy's putting in the wrong direction. So I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to come over to where it says position, and I'm going to, oops, not position, size and rotation. And I'm going to come down right here and hit flip. Didn't work. Flip. There we go. So that way it's facing the right direction, the direction I want it to be facing. So this is how I create my digital board for the student, for single student work. And then I come back over here and I'm going to select the vision board, and I'm going to come up here to the link button. And then I want to link this to the page that I just created with someone's work. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pay attention to the slides over here. So then I can say, okay, I'm going to attach it to slide 2. Apply, and there you go. So anytime someone views the work and they want to see who belongs to what, they can click at any of the assignments. It'll come up with the link. They click back on it. There you go. So it's pretty simple to do that as well. And then to go back, I like to create a little arrow. And then I'm going to use that arrow, and I'm going to use the same tool that I did before. I'm going to kind of come up here, and I'm going to find my link. It's right over there. And then I'm going to link it to the slide in the presentation, and then I'm going to link it to go back to slide 1 because that's my first slide. That way you can go back and forth between. So this is what happens. Final product. Click. I can go back to go view this on slide 2. Awesome. Great job, someone. Fantastic vision board. I'm glad that you were able to show us everything that you want to accomplish this semester. Okay, now I want to check someone else's out. So I'm going to click my arrow, go back to slide 1. And now I can view other students' work. I hope you guys this tutorial did well for you guys and you guys kind of get it and have fun with it.